let's hop on over to business advice. Got two today. Let's do the first. Let's do the first one. It's super simple. I'm running this.
Fire up.
Thank you, as always, unsexybusinessmen at gmail.com. Thanks for writing in. I apologize for how I'm going to answer this first one. I'm running a small business and I need to build a website from scratch. The goal is simple: look professional, stand out a bit, and make it easy for clients to contact me. I keep getting stuck on design decisions and it slows everything down. What do I do? Have AI do it or hire someone to do it. This is not that complicated. What do you do? Stop worrying about this. It actually is perfect with like the grind culture. I get stuck on design decisions. You already told me what the goal of your freaking website is. Make it easy for clients to contact me. I know you also said look professional, stand out a bit. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to lead specifically to revenue is make it easy for clients to contact me. So create a website in 25 to 30 minutes with AI, or like a one-page website so people can contact you, or hire someone to do it and spend $3,000 to $10,000 depending on who's going to rip you off that day. What do you think?
I think you're absolutely right. This goes right back into what we've been talking about this entire podcast. People love to talk about things and not actually do things. Dude, again, thanks for writing in. We're not making fun of you. This is a problem that so many new entrepreneurs have. I totally get it. I was there too. We're like, but it's got to look perfect. My website was a piece of shit. And I mean, you can still go look at honestandclean.com. Go check it out. The person that bought it never changed it. It's a shitty website. That website generated millions of dollars in revenue. So if that'll give you some relief that it doesn't have to look perfect in order to make a lot of money, go check it out. The website, I made it all myself. It was a piece of shit. Nowadays you can have AI make a website that looks a million times better than mine, and that's fine. And the real thing is like, just have, like Alex said, easy to contact you, and then the most important part, do a good job, be honest, don't be a weirdo.
Yep. For anyone that's going to go look at that website, it is honestlycleanllc.com.
LLC. That's right. Someone in like New Jersey had honestlyclean.com. Bastards.
No, it's anyways, I don't want to spend. Actually, reach out to me. I'll have a website for you tomorrow. Website for you tomorrow, it'll be $10,000, but I'll have a website for you tomorrow and you won't have to worry about this.
But if you mention the promo code unsexybusinessmen, we'll do it for $5.
All right, number 2. I don't even know why I put that one on. But thanks for listening. Last week I was covering for our bookkeeper. Oh, I didn't want to give you a title for this one because this is a juicy one. Last week I was covering for our bookkeeper while they're out on maternity leave, and I started reviewing expense reports from the last few months. While doing that, I noticed one employee submitted the exact same Uber receipt twice, same ride, same amount, $38, once in February and again in April. First, I assumed it was an honest mistake. After that, I took a closer look at their other expense submissions, and it became clear it wasn't just an error. There were personal grocery purchases labeled as office supplies, dinners with friends marked as clients. I mean, how do you know they were with friends? But anyways, and some receipt screenshots that appeared edited. The fonts and dates didn't line up with the charges. I went back through about 6 months of their reports, and conservatively, they took around $2,500, $2,544 to be exact. When I confronted them, they immediately got defensive, claimed it was unclear what counted as a business expense, and then quit on the spot. Now I'm feeling uneasy about how we've handled expenses overall. I don't want to become a micromanager auditing every coffee purchase, but it's also clear we can't rely entirely on the honor system anymore, and you never should have. We're a team of 19 people, likely 25 by January, and I'm trying to figure out what a reasonable, scalable expense process should look like for a company size. Standard operating procedures. Aaron?
That's exactly what I was going to say. SOP, baby. Perfect example, SOP, and then you have a meeting where you go over exactly what is classified as a business expense. And then you also let people know, if you get caught doing this, you're going to get fired. Is it worth losing your job over a $38 Uber drive or a $50 meal with your friend or whatever it is? Like, that's all you have to do. Problem solved. And then, yeah, you kind of, I mean, you should be, if you're not micromanaging, you should be spot checking it on a regular basis if you're having big concerns with this. But yeah, that's all it is. SOP, team meeting.
It is crazy to me how many companies don't have that. Like, so a lot of companies, what they do to like protect is like, all right, we're just going to give you a per diem. You're going on a trip. per diem. Like this is, you do it with whatever you want with this $200. And some people think that's really, really cool. And I think it is too. You get to choose what you have, but almost every single company that I've ever worked at did not have any guidance on what were justifiable expenses and what were not. And I remember one time, and like I had to verify this with like a boss of mine. It's like, when you're like going on a client trip, we like really want you to enjoy yourself like while you are out there. And I was just like, I can enjoy myself a lot. So
Thousands
what
of
do you mean? Like,
dollars.
yeah, I was like, so what do you mean really enjoy yourself? Like, well, like don't be like too crazy. Too crazy is not a specific. You need to be incredibly specific. I don't even know if I should share this story, but I remember one time I went and visited a few clients out in San Francisco, and I was like, I went to dinner with one of them, and then I really wanted to try this other place, and so I was like, hey, do you want to go? Do you want to go try this other restaurant? They're a foodie. I was like, do you want to go try this other restaurant? I don't think this is that big of a deal, but so we went to one dinner and then we went to another dinner. Both dinners for I think it was 3 people, probably like $1,400. And like there's a part of me that's like, as a business owner, I wouldn't want my people doing that, because it wasn't like we were doing this from like some sort of, this is gonna grow business with these people that we're working with. This was just like I got the company credit card. Do you guys like want to keep doing this? Nothing ever came of it. There was no complaint. It was with the client, but when you don't have specificity, I would have, if it were my business, I would never allow that to happen. Just like,
The
all right, cool. Here's your per diem.
the other thing that came to my mind too is, legally speaking, you need to cover your ass. And so if you have a very vague, hey, don't spend too much or don't do this, and then someone spends $20,000 and you go fire them, like, where was the
You never said I could.
documentation that I could not do that? You said don't go too crazy. Well, I don't know what that means. That's pretty vague. And so you want to be super specific. So if someone does go over what they're supposed to spend, or they're doing some sketchy whatever, it's in like the contract and in the the handbook, or however you want to do it, that here's are the specific things that you can spend money on and everything. So when they do get fired, they can't sue you for, I gotta do it again, false imprisonment.
I don't, wrongful cause. I forget the word every single time too. Um, uh, for cause, for cause, for
Yeah,
cause.
I know it's wrongful termination. That's what it is. That's what it is. Not false imprisonment.
It's so funny. I have like so many fun stories like from my old company because they didn't have any of those. So it was always like reactive to it. So one of them was, we went to this thing in Boston. It was like tons of employees went to it. Oh, it was this thing called Inbound. And I don't think anyone did anything nefarious necessarily. It was just like 30 people went to this conference that cost $1,000 a person. And so just the conference alone was $30,000. And then after it happened, and then food, lodging. I'll also remember there were 5 of us in one room. That was a fun little experience that I have. But they were like, yeah, you guys, you can never do that again. You can never do that again. And then the other one was a rewards trip for being awesome managers that ended up totaling $80,000.
It's like Wolf of
And
Wall
then it's
Street
like,
stuff.
and then they're like, if we ever do this, if you guys ever do it again, it has to be it has to be budgeted, and you have to be within that budget. It was like, all right, cool. Like, but I like think about that from like a business standpoint. I'm like, if you would have just had a process in place before that,
Did they make
Alex wouldn't have got 8 cream corns at Del Frisco's.
You got real obsession with that that
Oh
cream
my
corn.
gosh.
But did they make an SOP after? Was there something that they
No.
created?
No, they didn't. Maybe like I'm no longer there, but like up until that point, they had the
Interesting.
point that I got fired, they didn't. And I think
Glad
it's just
they
like,
learned their lesson.
because that's the thing that I hated in this thing, where it's just like, we can't rely entirely on the honor system anymore. And I got this. You never could.
No,
You never
can.
could. That's like the mistake that you have there.
You can't.
Well, as always, thanks for sending in those two. Sorry guys, those two like just kind of pissed me off a little bit.
They were great questions. Great questions.
Don't let it happen again.
Got us fired
As
up.
always, reach out to us either in the comments on YouTube or unsexybusinessmen@gmail.com. And we will chat with you all next week. Have a great week, everybody.